Going live. What's happening, everybody? I'm Allie Burns from Picks and Parlays, and this is your college basketball sneak peek, look ahead, free picks on college basketball with the ParLadies. What's happening, ParLadies? I got Toni the GOAT with us today. How's it going, friend?
It's going good. Having a good day here in actually college football and college basketball right now. So I cannot complain. Hopefully keeps it going for the rest of the night.
I love it. I love it. Yeah, I'm doing okay on my side here. Chanel L, how are you doing today?
Good. I actually made it past Friday for the last Woody standing.
Yes.
I cashed on your pick too. I took that. I've been cashing on your picks on both of y'all. I've been cashing on both of you. I haven't had my best week. So when that happens, sometimes you just got to look to someone who is having a good week and jump on their bandwagon. So that's what we're doing. So yeah, we are going to go through a couple of games that happened today. We've got one that happens tomorrow. And we're going to let you know what we think about them. Chanel, you were looking at San Francisco. The Dons are taking on UAB. San Francisco's -2. The total's 141. What are you liking in this one?
I actually like UAB to win the first half. Their offense is UAB actually has a better offense. Their defense is pretty close to the same. But I'm leaning. I like UAB first half money line, and I like the first half to go over.
So. Over the 66. Yeah. All right. Well, I was glad to hear you say that because I took UAB full game money line earlier today. So I like that we are still on the same boat.
There you go.
But now I feel like I need to take the first half money line also.
Double up on it. Double up.
Yes, double up to double down. That's just it. So the game I was looking at today was Duke and Gonzaga. I mean, clearly y'all know who I represent. I'm a Duke girl, and I've got tickets to the game tonight. So a lot of talk. Everyone wants to know what's my play on this game. I think this game goes under the 154. I think there's tons and tons of people that it screams over because of the two teams. But if you look at these two teams, their defense is really where they're hanging their hat. And if Duke wants any shot at stopping this explosive Gonzaga offense, they've got to play defense. Now, the Saturn ratings actually had this at a 147. It was Ken Palm that posted it at the 154. I think it's even a 154.5, maybe 55 now. Get up there, total. Go ahead. I already bet this one going under the total. Toni, I know that you hate my Duke. I know that you hate them. Because you live in Washington. I mean, we're going head-to-head here. Head-to-head. Do you have any thoughts on this game, just since you're up there and I'm over here?
Well, yes, I do. I actually got a play in for Gonzaga. I'm going to roll with the Zags, and, we got the Apple Cup going on tonight, too. So it's a big thing going on here in Washington State. We got a lot going on. And but I'm with the Zags. Seeing are they the true number one? But Duke does have a good team. I will not put anything past Duke. They're young. They love to run and gun. They're enjoying, their season so far. So it's going to be an exciting game. It's going to be a very exciting game. I'm excited to watch it.
Me too.
Yes.
Ooh,
yes. I know you are.
You guys a million times. Like, I feel like it's this changing of the guard that Coach K's going, and he's kind of passing that torch to Gonzaga because they've really exemplified a team that can handle a one and done culture, but also can build a team. They take guys from overseas. So they're still really rooted in tradition and culture, and it's bringing a lot of attention to West Coast basketball. So I kind of feel like it's a changing of the guard, and I'm happy though. I like Gonzaga. I'm not opposed to Gonzaga at all. Now, Toni, you were looking at a game that happens tomorrow. Marshall at Indiana. Indiana's -13. The total's 148.5. What were you looking at in this one?
This one here, I'm looking at Indiana first half, the last two games. And granted, Indiana, has not played the top tier teams. They've been playing at home, which is the best thing for Indiana. I'm a Hoosiers girl, born and raised, eat, sleep basketball. That's what we do. Their coach is from Indiana, went to high school at Broad Ripple High School. He played for Indiana. He is, he knows the program. He knows what to do. He's got them playing the best defense they've played in years. So far, they're holding their opponents, averaging 39 points a game. Marshall, though, is a good team. They're 4-1. They push the pace. Indiana likes to run and gun too. The issue, though, I have with Marshall is they make too many mistakes. Indiana has cut down on their turnovers. Indiana's defense is a lot better than Marshall. Marshall can score, but then they're kind of one of those teams where you have to outscore us to beat us. And I believe Indiana can do that with their defense. So I have Indiana covering the first half is where I'm going to go at. And then kind of look and see how the game's going and in play Indiana if I can get a good point spread to finish out the game.
I dig that.
I don't have anything on the total because if Indiana's playing that defense, Marshall may not even, get to, 65 or 60 points that they're used to getting, like close to 70. So that's why I'm staying off the total right now.
Okay, that's a good call. And I did take the Duke under. I see some of y'all were popping in, but I did take the Duke under. And if you missed it, Chanel is taking it over 66 in the first half of the UAB game. Also, UAB money line in the first half. And I rolled with UAB full game money line. So we're doing that. We had a couple other ones that we all were looking at. So we'll break these up. We all agree on these picks. Chanel, why don't you talk to us about St. Joseph's versus Georgetown? We got Georgetown minus 7.5 and the total's 144.5 on this one. What was your look here?
Well, because I read lines, the line has not moved all day. I know
it opened at a 9, now it's down to 7.5, but it's been stuck there.
Yeah, it's stuck at 7.5. So I just think St. Joseph's with the points. I mean, I don't know. I really didn't look too much into it, but just with the line, it's just telling me.
I'm the same on this one because I watched Georgetown play last night. They played the late night game against SDSU, first of all. And this is a later game. I get that too. They just didn't have it. They just didn't have it. And last year we were also high on Georgetown, and it just feels like they're getting it together. But I love that squad. So I'm looking forward to seeing them rock and roll in the
later.
future. Yeah,
later in the year.
They're gelling. They're gelling.
It's just like Syracuse. Syracuse is the same way. Later in the year, they're so much better. Mm-hmm. They get it together. They get ready for the tournament, and it shows. And Georgetown is kind of the same way. They're in games, but they just can't get over that hump at the beginning, and then they just kind of start come together. And I mean, I do look for Georgetown to kind of do some damage later on in the year. As the season goes on.
And they've got Mutombo's kid. I mean, who doesn't want to watch Mutombo's kid play basketball for Patrick Ewing?
Exactly.
You don't want to watch that. You turn our show off right now. You're not
Yes.
our people.
Yes.
Toni, you've been talking about this one all couple of past days, all week long here. Portland State is at Iowa. Iowa's minus 23.5. The total's 154.5. What do you got going on here?
Iowa's team total. I'm going at it again. I took them a couple days, or I think it was like a couple days ago, and it was at 90, and they smashed it. So I'm going at it again. I believe I got it at 88.5. For them, they're going to cover the 23 because of the fact is they're going to get the team total. I just don't see how they don't get it, not unless Portland just literally just slows down the game. And even then, Portland has to score for them to even stay even close to it. So I like Iowa's team total.
Well, that goes like to the flip side of this pick was I did a little write-up on the board on the Morningwood show today about how Portland, who they've played in 2 of those games against the D2s, they've scored 100 points in both of those games. But guess what? They're not going to score 100 points. So what that means to all of us is their number is inflated. The total's inflated. So I took this game under the total, and the Portland State team total under as well. So that's kind of where we were at on that one. PSU. Wait, I didn't write this one in. At Iowa under. I think it was a 154, wasn't it? Way too many points, I think, in that game.
And One other thing about the Indiana game, Indiana will finally hit the road against Syracuse. That's going to be their true test. Right. That's why I like them in the first half. Are they going to be looking ahead and kind of take their foot off the pedal and not cover that spread? But I think in the first half, I mean, with the coach that they have, with the experience that he has, I think he'll have them focused. But I like the first half. Syracuse is going to be ready for Indiana. They're going to be ready for Indiana. They know who they got to play, their biggest challenge. Nice. And so that's why I'm taking that first half too. Just because
I took Tennessee Tech plus all those points.
Good job, Richie P. Good job. Nice.
Yeah, I took the points in that and I cashed that one. Okay, one more for the round. Chanel to the L. You were looking at CS Bakersfield versus Boise State. Boise's minus 16 and the total on that one is 132. We all agreed on this one. Tell us about it, Chanel.
Yep, I think they're going to cover the spread. First half for sure, I think they'll cover. They have a better offense and, better defense too.
Yes.
So, right.
Yeah.
Actually, Boise does a little. But, yeah, first half, I think with the points. And the way the line is moving too, I like Bakersfield.
So. There you go.
Okay. Toni, you were talking about Boise. We both were. We're on this, we're on the Boise train last season, but this season it's just really not the same guys, not the same crew. Tell me your thoughts on this game.
Yeah, I mean, it shows even in the games that they've won. It's just they just don't have that firepower that they used to have. They don't have the bench that they used to have.
That's big.
And that's one of the things too with a lot of these teams. Sooner or later, you got to start looking at the bench. How deep can they go? Because if you're only running 7 or 8 players for a whole game and the other team's able to run 10, guess who's going to come out ahead at the end of the game?
Yeah.
So, and I think that's where you get these points for Bakersfield is because of the fact is they do have that bench. That's why they can play the defense that they play. They'll run a man-to-man all day long, full court press. They'll do that because they have that bench to do that. And I think Boise State will get stuck. And I think Bakers may feel that first half is great that Chanel is on. I'm on that
you
with
just
her.
Call them the Bakers Mayfield. You did.
No, I said Bakersfield. Oh, Bakersfield.
So, I heard Bakers Mayfield.
I was going to say Bakers, and then I switched it real quick. So I had to change it up. It was kind of like a flow. Allie, don't be trying to go there.
I thought it was kind of cool, actually. That's what we should call them, CS Bakers Mayfield, for the rest of the season.
But no, I'm with Chanel on that one. And they could go full game, and you can all, people like to in play it. You may even get a bigger spread. So there you go.
Well, and that's part of why I like full game is because what you were saying about their legs. Maybe Boise comes out hot in the first. I still don't know if they cover 8 points in the first half. I don't really see that going on with the Bakers Mayfield defense. But if you don't have a bench, you will be tired in the second half of your game. You're going to be tired in the second half. So I did 16 points for full game. Let's do that.
Yeah. And we saw that, and I actually saw that today.
First half, I like it.
And we actually saw that today with VCU. They got tired. That overtime just killed them. They did everything they could to stay in it, but then they got tired. They didn't have enough on the bench coming in. So Richie P.
I wasn't the only one.
Right. Hey, Richie P, don't be like that. Don't be like that.
Don't come starting stuff. Okay. All right. So let's do a little bit of recapping here. Just for anyone who might have missed us in the beginning. So we were Chanel was looking at, and we're pretty much all in agreement on all of these picks. We've all agreed, but we're putting them onto the people that pulled them out, who found them first. So Chanel, San Fran versus UAB. Chanel's taken, there it is, UAB first half money line and first half over 66. I took UAB full game money line already. For the Duke Gonzaga game, I'm going to roll with Duke under the 154. If they have got a shot in this game, they have got to shut down Gonzaga. If you look at the defense columns, the points allowed columns on both of those squads, it's in the 50s and 60s. All right. So I'm rolling with that. On Saturday, Toni Cobbs is liking Indiana in the first half against Marshall. This is their first road game, you said, right?
No, Indiana's still at home, but they play Syracuse will be their first road game. So at home, Assembly Hall, it rocks. It rocks. Right. That's what they feed off of.
Yes, exactly. But we don't want to go full game because they might be in that look-ahead spot to play Syracuse on the road next week. That's what it was. Okay, and then St. Joe's at Georgetown. We all agree, take St. Joe's plus the points. Portland State at Iowa, a couple of plays on this. Tony's digging Iowa team total over. I like the Portland State team total under. I mean, we all like this. And then also for it to go under the 154.5. Although I do think that Iowa could put up 100 points on their own.
Exactly.
I've seen them do it 3 times this season. So I know that it's not even I think they can. I know they can.
Yeah. And they may put up 100 today.
Yeah.
And easily. They may cover that. And then you're looking at, Portland State to score 55 points.
If there's one for sure thing about this game, it's that it's not going to overtime. We don't have to worry about that with our under. We're not going to be worrying about that.
You're definitely not going into overtime.
No.
But
And then the last one, Chanel cherry picked this, Bakersfield, Boise State. We all agree Bakersfield with the points first half, with the points full game. That's just how we're doing this.
Yeah.
That's how we're doing it. Auburn minus 5.5, getting ready to cash. I liked Auburn today.
Auburn.
Cash. Did they win it outright? Woo! We were on
there
today.
Good job.
There we go. Yes. But, and that's one of the things too, it's great that, we have, if there's any questions or if you have a game that maybe we didn't talk about, because we just kind of pick random games that we like to cover. So Drew Timmy boy Portland covered again.
That was Chanel's last Woody standing pick.
There you go. Good job.
He's already through to the next round.
Yes.
Agree. Give me Tony over the Bozo guys 8 days a week. Yes, indeed.
Thank you.
All right, y'all. So that just about does it for this round of picks with ParLadies. We'll be back on next Friday. Hopefully, Laterica will join us next time. I was thinking maybe we could even throw, I know Wilhelmina's pretty sharp on her.
Yes, Wilhelmina's welcome, of course.
It doesn't just have to be college basketball,
Yeah, we can. She can always talk about other sports,
I looked at this Memphis Tigers game. I'm going to tell you, it's just too many points for me right now. Watching the Tigers play the other night, I think it was minus 11 the last time I saw it, but I'm just not betting on this one. Do either of you have a play on this game?
No.
Only thing I could say would be their defense. That's what would mean the 8. If it's not double digits, I kind of like that because of Memphis still has, one of the best defenses in NCAA besides VCU, even though VCU did give up a lot of points today. But that's the only reason I would take Memphis. But they just don't score enough.
And they can't hit that 3. If you watch that game against the Virginia Tech, they could not hit that 3. And the line is moving towards Iowa State. It opened at a 12. Now it's an 11, 11. So it's going the wrong way.
And I've hit on Iowa State money line earlier in the week, so it's kind of like I like Iowa State, but, I'm just going to lay off of this game.
Yeah, if it was 2 or 3 or 4 points, I could see it. But laying double digits with that team who can't hit threes is just not where I'm at. And I think Iowa State's high off that Xavier upset, right?
Yes.
They upset Xavier. I think
that's who I had. I had the money line on Xavier.
Yeah.
So
that's why you're the GOAT.
Yep, that's why
it was a tough one.
If they hit, that's the question.
That's right. If
from 3-point range.
It's just like North Texas today. I mean, yesterday they couldn't hit anything. Today they hit everything from 3-point line. And look at what they did. They blew them away in the first half. So you live by the 3, you die by the 3. That's just the way it goes.
Yeah.
So.
All right, y'all. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll be back next Friday with picks.
You guys.
with ParLadies. Like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, share this out, share it out with your friends. We want ParLady Nation to take over now. That's
To
what we're
rule
going
the world.
Girls rule. Yeah.
That's it.
All right, y'all. Have a great one. Thanks for watching. Go Duke.